Hello everyone, today I'm gonna do a second video on the Instagram critique series. So since the last time I got a lots of requests from Instagram, and I have been organizing all the list, and right now it's up to 17th video. So more than 200 people signed up for the critiques. Thanks everyone for participating. So today I'm gonna do the second group. So this is the second group. So let's get started. So the first one, let me see. So this is the landscape style. So mostly landscape, but I like the overall tone. It has maintained overall dark tone. If I have to pick, I like this bokeh, but as you notice, a little bit of the top, if I'm cropping, I will crop cleaner the top also. So I will crop up the top, and then this sign, the white sign right here, I will crop that also, so it has more focus. Because if the sign right here, as I have been talking about in the last video, it causes a distraction in the background, that the eyes will look at the sign instead of the person in front, because this person is in focus. So the main point should be in this person. So I would crop closer for this image to create a nice atmosphere and focusing on the portrait, and you can leave it on the lower third area to create a nice composition out of it. So but overall the color tone is nice. I like the arrangement. Next one, this one has nice tone also. Oh, and this hair flip is nice. I love, as you might have seen my Instagram feed, I love doing hair flip style, and I like the overall subtle tone, like the subtle vintage tone in here. The only thing I can say is this 3 series, if you're posting 3 at a time, probably has some composition variation. For example, if this one maybe close up like this, and then the next one will be this wider angle, and then the next one to be another closer to balance out, instead of right now it has a lot of headrooms in the top for this first and the third one. And but overall I like the tone, the subtle tone on the feed. And you can do some variation, like if you post a mountain, then you can post another close-up portrait to do some variation in the feed. So next one, I like the overall contrast from this feed. The overall contrast in the portrait is nice. I like the this one also, it has a dark tone in it. And as I have been saying in the previous video, the white in the background, because the overall is dark and the portrait's face is white, you want to stand out from the face. So this a little bit of the portion right here, it causes a distraction to me. So if I am shooting this shot, and then when I'm seeing this background blur out in the viewfinder, I will just turn my camera to the left, so that the camera will the background will all become this the color, like this dark color, so that it has more focus on the portrait's face, because I like this natural light maybe from the window. And but overall I like this shot also, the window shot. I really like the overall contrast in this feed. So that was just my suggestion on that one. Okay, So Christina, so Kick, so we are from the same area, Sacramento, Roseville, Greater Sacramento area. So Kick also signed up for the critique. So, but I looked at Kick's feed. Overall, she maintained very nicely, like one portrait and then one non-portrait and then another one portrait to just create some interesting pattern instead of all the portraits at the same time. And she's doing a great job like this, like alternatively. I really like the overall feel of this feed right here. It creates a nice like lively like it gives me like positive vibes. So I'm trying to see where I can say critique. I couldn't pick that much, but if I have to pick something, maybe this have to crop closer, just a little bit of the lines in the side for me, so I can just crop it closer without those lines. So those little lines in the background did cause me the attention. So that's just my opinion here. So the next one, let's see. I like the 3 series maintaining like creating consistency. However, if so for example these 3 together might look like non-consistent to me because of the composition and the position from the head to the top of the frame. So this one is when you look at the square format, these 3 has a different level of the headrooms. So these 3 of the Tiffany blue color background has 3 different level of headrooms. I would just crop it closer so that they maintain in the similar level, because just like this one, these 3 are very similar level, and these 3 are very similar level also. So yeah, I can see the top couple rows, they maintain very nice level already. Maybe you have realized that after that. So that's just my thought on that cropping. And next one, let me see. Oh, this one I already commented on the live feed. So I was commenting on this picture because there's a little bit of triangle on the side. Even though we cannot see it from the square format, but when you see the full picture, it still caused me a little bit of distraction on the side. So I would just pose the square in this situation right here. So pose the square so that it focuses more on the center of these 2 models. And also let me go through. I like this one. I like the frame of the cutters next to just around the model. I like the frame of the cutters. And this one I have been talking about as the be aware of the background, because these lines, it just go through the head, even though it's in the background, but it creates a distraction for me. And you can rearrange, like turn around your angle and then make sure it's in between this column if you cannot avoid this background right here, and these lines causing some distraction in the back. So, and yeah, that's for my suggestion on this account. And then next one, so let's see. Overall, it has a dark tone to me. So my first impression is it has a dark tone, and this blue kind of purple kind of like breaks out the pattern right here. I may have to, if I'm posting, I may have to do another post, for example another purple one in this slot right here, in the first left slot on the second row, so that it creates a balance. Because right now it just, my first look, I will just look at this picture and then it's out of the consistency pattern. Also, I noticed these shadow shots. When I'm taking shadow shots, I have to make sure the eyes are in the light instead of the face in the shadow. So, because I want to have more focus on the eyes. So if I will ask the model to position to the gap of the light right there, and then with the eyes in the light, in the sunlight part. Sunlight part. So that's just my take on that. Next one. Okay, I really like this one. So I really like the sun flare in the background that has created an atmosphere. And the only thing is that these two posts from the second row is very similar, slightly chin up. I will post another variety. Maybe, for example, this one, her body is toward the left. This one, the body, you can post another one toward the right to balance out the second row. Because right now, when you look at the second row of the Instagram, so from the overall Instagram feed building standpoint, you have the first picture. I really like it individually. However, when you look at the feed, you have 3 pictures that turn to the left in a row. So it creates a pattern that has a similar pattern that looks like the similar picture posting 3 times in a row. So it kind of looks like that to me. And I would post, as I was saying, this one have a different post. Maybe this one is a sitting down pose, like sitting down pose for the model. Create a variation that causes the interest of the overall feed, like more interesting. So next one. So let me see, look at this one. I like the bokeh of the use here. However, these 3 images in the center, by the way, the lines also crossing the head part, as I have been talking about in these 2 videos. Make sure the lines are not crossing the head part. And you get the technique to avoid is to lower your camera angle, so to make sure the lines are on the shoulder instead of on the head, like on the lower shoulder part. And you can, in that case, you can have more bokeh in the back also. So that has another advantage. If you lower the camera angle, you can have more room for the bokeh in the background. So next one, let me see. So the first 5 picture looks the same tone to me, and this one I won't leave this little bit of gap on the side right here. I will crop it closer to the center, and then because the lines in the background, I will tilt it to the left a little bit, slightly, for the background. And let me see, I like the symmetry in here. I like the framing, the symmetry of the church structure, and then there's a person in the center. So that's my take. Really just need to focus on this little detail on the side, like this, a little bit of detail. You can use the square crop. Even though this one might crop the whole the flower, but sometimes you can more focus on the what do you want the viewer to look. Sometimes you crop a cleaner background to stand out the portrait in front, to make it more stand out. So let me see, next one. Okay, so this is another architecture shot. if I am posting this one also, I will switch this one to the center of this one. So because the second slot and the third slot on the second row, it has a similar pattern and they doesn't mix very well next to each other. It would be nice to have a spacer like the circular spacer in between, so that it breaks the pattern. But I really like the bokeh in this one. I really like flower bouquets, as you might have seen in my feed. I really like flower bokeh stuff. So if you're trying to build a flower profile, you can just switch this one to flower and then do a architecture shot and then post another flower to balance out the feed. So I would do alternatively, like one flower and then one environment shots and then another flower to wrap around. So it creates some interesting pattern. And I like the frame in this one. The head is nicely positioned without any distraction in this one, and looking toward the mountain, so the viewer focus is on the center. So I really like this one, and this one also is nice and clear in front, and the head still has some room from the lake on top. So I really like this one also. And yeah, so this is my take on this one. And then next one, so this is the last one from the second list. And let me see, I'm going to see, I like the color of the door right here and the use of prism. However, this background with the car light might distract me a little bit, so I am cropping closer like this one. So because the car light, it has those effect that when my eye look at the image, I will look at the car light also. So if you don't have a car light, your first sense will look at the portrait's eyes. Let me see what else. I like the leading lines in this one. It's nicely convergent from the left and right to the center. So this one is, I really like the composition in this one. So, and from the overall feed standpoint, you can create some variation, because when I'm seeing the first three, it has a similar pattern, and unless you are trying to do the next series, another set of colors to make it consistency in three in a row pattern. So, and also this one, make sure the background doesn't have any branches sticking out from the tree. So you can just easily just move your camera, and then so that shooting from the right side to him, shooting from the right, so you move your camera to the right and then shoot, so that using this sky, clear sky as a background, instead of always when you're looking at the viewfinder, even though it's blurred out, it's still causing some distraction in the background right there. So that's just my take today. So I have been going through 12 of the second list, so 12 people from the second group, because I noticed that last time 14 people, it took like 22 minutes or 24 minutes, I forgot. So, and thank you so much for joining, and anyone who wants to participate, you can just comment your username. I know there's some people saying that with the @ sign they cannot comment, so you can just comment, hey, I want to join the list, and then I can copy all together in my Instagram feed. So I will copy from my Instagram feed background, so from the comment section. So thanks so much for joining. See you next time. Bye.